Hello, hello, rock stars. Come on in. Come on in. Hi. I'm just going to wait for some people to show up before I start rambling. Refresh this over here. I'm going to invite my team while I'm waiting for people to come on. All right. Okay. Hi, Jill. Whew. Hello, hello. All right. Okay, so I am going to swipe comments and have it going on my computer because if I see comments, I'll never get through this because I wasn't nervous earlier, but I am scared to death. I'm excited too, and if you guys seen, I put is feeling confident. That's my affirmation because I am really, really nervous for some reason. But once I get started, I think I'll be okay. Hello, Christina. Okay, I'm swiping comments. I can't bring this up over here. And my phone's been funky lately anyway, where I can't always see comments. So, yeah, you say not to be nervous. Okay. So, hello. Welcome to Wednesday night training. Hello, Miss Lana. First off, I'm going to say that I was really honored. I was floored, but I was very honored that Jill gave me this opportunity this week. I was excited. I was nervous. I'm eager to learn from this. I can't wait till it's over so that she can tell me where I can improve or give me tips because I'm all about learning. And hashtag Jill says, I think this is wonderful that she's doing this for us because I think it's going to help us all to become better leaders. And no matter how big or small our team is, whether we even have one yet or not, I think it's important for us to learn how to be leaders because we want to lead properly. At least I do anyway. So, welcome and thank you again, Jill, for this opportunity and for those of you that are hopping on. A little bit about me. My name is Samantha. I started back in May. Sunday will be 4 months since I got my kit, and Monday will be 4 months since I went live for the first time after opening my kit. Actually, I opened it on my live, or I opened it live when I got it, showed everybody, told everybody what I was doing, and I went live and started selling the next day. So I'm laying in bed watching. Huh. Okay, so yeah, I love what I do. I love being a part of this team. Some of you have known my story, some of you don't. I am a single mom, and I have been that person who didn't have any confidence in herself. She didn't take care of herself. I got married for the first time when I turned 19, and when I turned 19, and since then, I am now 47, and since then I have taken care of 3 husbands, 2 long-term relationships, 4 children, and countless of other children who needed a mom because they were neglected or abused. I live with 3 of my children. I live with 4 of my grandchildren, 2 dogs, another woman who is becoming quickly a daughter to me, and she is ready to have a baby. So I've always put everybody above me. I'm not an only child. I'm the only girl, so I'm daddy's girl, and I've always put him above myself. My family, everybody has always been above me. And I want to say it was the day after Christmas. The day after Christmas, I was so depressed. I did not have any money to get anything for my children for Christmas or for my grandchildren. I was door dashing at the time, and I worked my tail off on Christmas Eve in order to have enough money to buy groceries to have a decent meal on Christmas Day for my kids because I wanted to give them that meal. I'm an emotional person, so if I cry, I do apologize. So Christmas, I was ecstatic that I was able to give them the meal, and I bought so much, like we had it for a week. But they had the meal that I wanted them to have, but they didn't have one gift. They didn't have one piece of candy. Nothing. I was able to get the stuff. We made cookies for Santa, and I was so depressed. The day after Christmas, my child support card loaded unexpectedly, and I looked at my youngest daughter and I said, "We got $161 to blow on after Christmas deals. Let's go." And she said, "How did we get that?" And I'm like, "Yo, daddy." And so we were gone. We went to Walmart, and my youngest daughter, she's 15, but she was 14 at the time. Her and I have shared makeup. We've shared jewelry. I never really wore jewelry, but we shared makeup. So when you share makeup with your daughter, that means you don't get makeup. We shared everything. Like, I didn't buy myself clothes, anything like that. So I was standing there at Walmart looking at the makeup that was 50% off, and it was as if I heard the good Lord say, "You're just as important as everybody else." And I said, "From this point on, we don't share no more. Get your own makeup, get your own brushes. Matter of fact, everything we got at home we're throwing away. We're getting all new now." And we blew that entire child support check on us. I got the kids some stuff too, but and from that point on, it was a whole new me. I went and started buying clothes. My income tax check came and I paid up all of my bills. I even paid them ahead because I was working, with everything going on with Corona. I didn't know. I mean, I was a healthcare worker, but I didn't know if I was going to be working or not. So I took all of the money that I got from my income tax check and I completely paid up all the bills, paid ahead, and then I decided to look at Ashley Stewart and try to find some clothes. And I had a cart sitting there for $400. And I'm like, I cannot justify doing this. Like, I was fighting with myself. Then the stimulus check came and boom, all of a sudden I was getting clothes. I signed up for makeup boxes, the whole kit and caboodle. And I started spoiling myself. So I'm a home health aide. I take care of my cousin, and she knew somebody who was selling paparazzi, and she said, "Why are you buying all this jewelry from Ashley Stewart? You're paying a fortune even on clearance when you could buy paparazzi." And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. Why would the paparazzi people give me earrings like they take pictures?" And so she explained to me what it was, and she brought up this live recording, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that jewelry is gorgeous." So I went home and I was joking with my daughter, and I was like, people sell jewelry on live Facebook. We should do this and have fun. And she's like, "Yeah, right, Mom." And so, who is now my sponsor, went live. My cousin shared it, and I watched it. I ordered some jewelry. My daughter came downstairs. She knocked me off my bed. She started ordering jewelry. And before my first package of jewelry came, I signed up. And literally, tonight our training is going to be, "If you build it, they will come." And it's about, I don't know if, some of you youngsters may not know the movie, but it was called Field of Dreams. And Kevin Costner played in it in 1989. And he had a dream of building this baseball diamond. And let me tell you something. Dreams, like we all say that, we have a dream, and sometimes it's just our wish. I watched that little recording. It wasn't even live. It was just from the day after. I watched that little recording for 5 minutes. I came home and joked around with my daughter. I went to bed and I had a live in my sleep. The next day I watched her go live. I ordered stuff. And every night, I mean, I wasn't even serious. Like, I really wasn't thinking about, ordering the kit or anything. But every night I was going live in my sleep. Like, I could be a bling boss right now from all the lives that I was having. Like, I could, if I could have raked in the money I was dreaming about. But I was going live every night in my sleep. And then I just started praying about it. I'm a woman of great faith. I go to the Lord on everything in my life. And I started praying about it. And the dreams got heavier and heavier. And I became obsessed. Like, I wanted to know when she was going to be on. I was getting all the information that I could. And I reached out to her. She didn't know me. I reached out to her and I started asking her questions. And like I said, before I got my first thing of jewelry, I ordered my kit. I talked to my girls about it. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to have fun. But even just for having fun, like I just felt like there was something about this opportunity, and I ordered the $499 kit. And I had half the money, and I had an urgency, like I've got to do this now. And I called my son, and I was like, you know, my check was short. I really want to do this. I really feel like I have to do this now. Can you loan me the money? I'm not saying to tell people to ask for a loan because, you know, he kept telling me, you know, I'm invested in this, but I paid him back. But he loaned me the money. I bought the $499 kit. I literally got my kits and my first package from my sponsor on the very same day. So I am one of those stories that I never even wore the jewelry before I got my kit. Like, and I love it. Like, where else can you get hoops like this? Like, hello, Lou Hoops. So anyway, that's how I started. It was supposed to be for fun. Me and my girls, we were going to have fun a couple nights a week. And I was like, okay, well, I at least want to act like I know what I'm doing. And I started watching Jill and Natalie. And I was just like, there's more to it. There's so much more to it than having fun. And I have health problems. I have Crohn's disease. I have scoliosis in my back. I have arthritis in my back. I'm a home health aide. That is not easy on the body. And I've lost several jobs because of my health. And I've prayed and prayed and prayed for an opportunity or to be able to work from home. I had tried a business before and it just wasn't for me. It just didn't work. And I just thought, you know, I'm doomed. I'm going to be a burden on my kids. And that's not what I wanted to be. Watching the trainings from Natalie, watching the trainings from Jill, showed me there was hope for me. I didn't have to be a burden to my kids. I just had to put in a little bit of work. So, if you build it, they will come. 4 months ago, I started this journey, and I think there was only 1 week that I went live twice. After that, I went full force. I challenged myself. I said, I think they had just finished up like a 28-day challenge of going live. And everybody was talking about it. And I'm like, there's no way I could do that. So I challenged myself to go live for 30 days, even if it was 10 minutes a day. And I started this little thing called Wear Samo. And I would drive around and I would take like 5 pieces of jewelry with me. And I would go into different areas and I would just stand there. I'd get out of the car and I'd say, okay, where's Samo? And I would, you know, okay, show these pieces, you know, show the jewelry real quick, walk around in a circle. And then everybody who tried to guess where I was at, you know, got put in for a free piece of bling. It was fun for a little while. It just got hard trying to find different places to go to. But I challenged myself and I said, you know what? I know I could do it. So then when the challenge did come, I was able to do it. And I went for it. And I've gone full force ever since. So in 1989, Kevin Costner played in a movie called Field of Dreams. In this movie, he played a guy named Ray. He lived on a farm, or he had a farm, and it was a cornfield. He was going bankrupt. They were about to, where Samuel was fun. He was going bankrupt. They were about to foreclose on his farm. He had no money. But all of a sudden he had a dream. He started getting dreams and hearing voices saying, if you build it, he will come. And he was supposed to build this baseball diamond out in the middle of his cornfield. Everybody thought he was nuts. Everybody. His wife was like, you're crazy. We're going to lose everything. His son or his brother-in-law did everything he possibly could to get him to sell. But he had a dream. And he knew in his gut that this was what he had to do. How many of us have had a dream with our business and we didn't have support? Everybody thought we were crazy. It happened to me. My girls were all for it until I got serious. Then they were like, We're out of it. We're done. My youngest daughter, when we were in Florida, told me, she was like, Mom, you're crazy. You're obsessed. This is never going to work. You're never going to be Jill. You're never going to make the money that you want to. And you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. I went and found a corner and I cried. And I almost gave up. But I had a dream. So, but in order to get that dream, I had to work. When Ray decided against all the odds that he was going to, I love you, Joe. When Ray decided against all odds, against everybody's advice, against everybody's, objections, that he was going to build this, that he was going to do this, he had to do the research. He had to get the materials. He had to do the work. And he had to do it alone because nobody was supporting him. Nobody was there to help him. We have a dream. I have a dream. We want this business to be successful. I want to be able to, everybody knows, and I've given my team, Lana is on here right now, I've told my team they can guarantee come July 1st of next year, I am leaving in a rented car and I am going to California for a month. I'm taking my jewelry with me. That is my goal. But that goal's not going to happen if I don't work. If I don't get the materials and I don't run and work against all odds. I have no choice. If I want my dream to be more than just a wish, I have no choice but to work. So we have the materials at our fingertips. And I was actually going to start this off the way that I start off my lives, because a lot of people that I've noticed, they focus so much on paparazzi. And paparazzi's already been built. Trent and Misty and Shani and Ryan, they've built paparazzi. So when I go on my lives, legit, I'm an idiot. But when I go on my lives, the minute I turn that thing on, I say, hello, 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 welcome, 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 come on in. My name is Samantha. I am with Sugar and Spice and Jewelry That's Nice, and I am an independent paparazzi consultant. Because paparazzi has been built. Paparazzi, they don't need me to put their name out there. My customers, they don't need to know all that information about paparazzi. They don't care. My customers don't care when paparazzi was started. My customers don't care who the founders' names are. All my customer cares is that Samantha from Sugar and Spice and Jewelry That's Nice gets that paparazzi jewelry to them. They need to know me. I need to build it so they will come. They're not going to come because I say, oh, I'm part of Trent and Misty's group. No, they're coming because they know me. They're getting to know me. I need to build it. I need to build my business. I need to build my name. I need to build my reputation. And whatever you do is your reputation. So I need to be consistent. I had an event on Saturday, and one of the girls came to me and she said, the girl that I used to buy from, she's so upset because I don't buy from her anymore and a lot of people don't. But we never knew when she was going to be on. She comes on here, she comes on there. She's like, but you're always on. I know exactly when you're on. And if, not that it happens very often, but if you have to cancel your live, you let us know. If you're not going to be live on a normal day that you're scheduled, you let us know. There's no music. I just got one of those things that says partially muted because of music. There's no music. Yeah, like I let them know. And to me, that was a huge compliment, because that's what I want. They need to know. They need to know that I'm going to be consistent. They need to know that I'm going to, get the new jewelry. Like, they know. Like, they'll, You know, the newer customers, obviously they don't know, but the people that have been with me from the beginning, they're just like, oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. And then, you know, doing the sets, all the new stuff that I'm learning with the trainings, you know, they love that. And, you know, you have to not just build up yourself, you got to build that relationship with them and let them be a part of your life. My customers that have been with me from the beginning, they know my goal is platinum. They don't say platinum. They'll be sitting there, and if we're having a slow night, somebody will say, come on, Sam needs that tiara. We got to help her get that tiara. Because they've seen my vision board. They've seen my affirmation board. They've heard my story. And they know right in the middle of my vision board is that big tiara that you get when you hit platinum. Because that's my goal. And they've made me promise them that as soon as I get it, I will wear it on my life. They help me. They support me. Why? Because I've let them in. I've made them a part of this business. I've made them a part of my journey. This blue wall, when I first started, it was this ugly, god-awful, creamish yellow. It was horrible. So when I was getting ready to paint, I went into my VIP room or my page and I put 4 different swatches of colors that I could live with, and I let them vote on what color the paparazzi room was going to be. This is what they picked. And that made them so excited. I'm like, you guys got to look at it almost as much as I do. If you build it, they will come. They love me so much, they're bringing more people to me. They're going out and they're putting my business cards out on at the restaurants when they're leaving their tips. I have a customer who gets my business cards and she tapes them to gas pumps. I have customers that are taking them and putting, one that works at a car dealership, and he hands them to guys and says, here, take them to your wife. You know, my business cards are out there because my customers want to help me succeed. If you build it, they will come. I have 2 people on my team right now, and I got down on myself because I really want director, and I've been fighting to get it for 2 months. If I build it, they will come. If they watch me going consistent, if they see the success that I'm going, my goal, all of them knew my goal was to quit my job come May 18th of next year. I'm quitting my job December 31st of this year. People are watching that. People are seeing the changes in me. I have people that have known me my whole life. They're calling me and saying, you know, you've always been a pretty girl, but right now you are gorgeous. Because it's shining from the inside out. We always thought you were capable of so much. And it's nice to see that you now see that. This business changes so much. It has changed so much in my life. Why do you want to build a team? The commission check? That'll be nice. I want to build a team. I want hundreds of people. I want thousands of people on my team. Why? Not because it's going to make me a bling boss. Not so that I can say, oh, I bring in 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever. I could care less. As long as I'm comfortable and I can get my clothes and my makeup and my nails done and put food in my belly and have a house and a car, I don't care about the money. I want to help change other people's lives. My life has been flipped upside down because in the last 4 months. And I want to bring that to somebody else. But if I make it about the money, it's not going to come. If I do the paparazzi possible, if I show them how it's changing me and how much I care about them, they will come. You have to build it. And you know what? When you're building it and when people are watching, all of those people that are behind you, they're saying it's not possible. You're not going to succeed. Don't put your hopes up high. All of a sudden they have a mind shift. True story. 20 minutes before we started this training, I'm sitting here in my bedroom. My daughter's in here. I'm shaking like a leaf. I'm looking over my notes that I haven't even looked at. And I'm just like, I'm so scared. I don't know why Jill's doing this. Like, I don't know why she's trusting me with this. Like, I can't do this. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. Like, this is, more than my team. This is, my daughter who sat there 3 months ago and told me not to get my hopes up high, that I was never going to be Jill. I was never going to be able to succeed in this business. Looked at me and said, she asked you to do this because she sees what I see, that you are a great leader, that you are doing things that I never thought you could do in this business, and because you are going to go far. If you build it, they will come. It's not always about the customers. Sometimes you have to build up yourself. Sometimes you're so hard on yourself, you have to build up yourself before your business gets started. Sometimes you have to learn to think outside of the box. The challenge that I gave everybody this week to do the Q&As and to reach out to people, it was just as much for me as it was for anybody else. I don't have problems doing the Q&As. I do them all the time. Messaging people, talking to people, coming outside of my box and saying, hey, I think this opportunity would be great for you. Or even, I'm having a Q&A and I would love for you to watch it. And if you have any questions, ask me. That terrifies me. But hashtag Jill says, you don't put out a challenge if you're not going to do it. So guess what? I don't know if y'all have been doing it. My Q&A was done today. I reached out to about 10 people and I've put it out there. This journey that each one of us are on, it's like I said yesterday, sometimes you can look at it and you can watch the people that you're listening to in the trainings and you hear how they like flew to the top and they did this and they did that, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I'm so far behind. Maybe that's not where we're supposed to be. Maybe that first 6 months of our business, it's supposed to be all about us. And then they will come. Because if you're not confident in yourself, if you're not able to be consistent, if you're not able to take care of you, how are you going to take care of your customers? So don't compare yourself, because I did that and all it did was make me discouraged. But, just if you build it, they will come. At the end of the movie, well, let's go back to the resources. He had to go and get the materials. He had to go and get the resources. And we have all of that at our fingertips. You guys, I don't know if you just appreciate Jill for what she has really done for us. She has everything we need. She went and had surgery. She was supposed to be gone for a week. And, I missed bugging her, and I kind of did a little bit. But everything we needed was here. She could have been gone a month, and we still could have succeeded. Because everything we need... She doesn't even just say, okay, go to Amazon and get this size plastic bags. She gives us the links. All we got to do is click the link. Boom, it's right there. Everything that we need, she has there. All the way down to, I had an event last week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need something, that's going to help me with, to put the business out there. And she said, oh, go into the files and click this and then change that and blah, blah, blah. And boom, all of a sudden, oh, I moved it. All of a sudden, I've got a pamphlet. All I had to do was take Joe Valero's name out of it and put Samantha Hamlin in there. We have everything we need. We have, the founders have set us up. I mean, new releases every day. Okay, so I didn't get to shop today. You know what? Tomorrow there's going to be some hot stuff there that I'm going to be able to get. they have resource tabs for us that we can go on to. I mean, we have the Rockstar Training Group, which is awesome. Like, I mean, if you guys are not in that group, get into that group. Like, I've watched every single one of those trainings at least 2 or 3 times because I'm a trainaholic. I want to absorb that information, and it's all there at our fingertips. Everything we need. We have a group of people, and what Ray didn't have, Ray had no support. Maybe I didn't have that support that I craved and I wanted in my home, but Christina was there. I mean, in the last 4 months, Christina, Jennifer, Jill, Jenna, Dawn, Carla, so many people have been there to help me, encourage me, support me, send me a message just saying, you know what, you got this. And then now, I got this. I know I got this because I've got the support. I've got the resources. I've got everything. At the end of the movie, he built it. He had this huge diamond, baseball diamond, in the middle of the cornfield. And even though his brother-in-law kind of, believed in him, he was still trying to talk him into selling, and he didn't. And all of a sudden you looked, and there's lines of cars coming down the freeway to his house. Because if he built it, they would come. How bad do you want your dream to come true? How bad do you want to be successful? How bad do you want to build a team? And do you want it for the right reasons? How bad do you want to show others? How bad do you want to get out of your situation? If you build it, it will come. So I think that's pretty much all I had. Oh, I love you, Emmy. Yes, Emmy is my accountability partner. I probably drive her crazy, and I probably drive Jill and Christina and Jen crazy as well, too. But you guys, we have leaders that are here. We have partners that are here and teammates that are here to help us and support us. Like, drive them crazy. Because if you're driving them crazy, you know they're working. Like, I love it when my team texts me and asks me questions. Why? Because I know they're working. If I don't hear from my team, I'm like, what's going on? I want to know that, I want them to know that I'm here. And if you don't have a sponsor, I don't want to hear that that's an excuse. My sponsor wasn't looking for a team. Like I said, I approached her. My sponsor took a break. My sponsor is... I don't know what's going on with my sponsor. And if she's watching, I'm not saying anything bad because, it is what it is. But I could have sat there and said, okay, it's not working for her. It's not going to work for me. I had a dream and I wanted it. So I went to Christina. I went to Jen. I went to Jill. I picked their brains. I told Jill, I told Christina, I told Jennifer, if I want you to treat me like I am your sponsor. As far as I'm concerned right now, all 3 of them are my sponsor. Call me out. If you see anything that I'm doing that's wrong, call me out. If you see that I can improve on something, call me out. I have a team page. Jill, Christina, and Jen are all in my team page. Keep me honest. If I make a mistake, you better get on there and tell them that I made a mistake. Because I want to go far. I want to lead my team right. And I'm not going to let what somebody else does. And you know what? It's not going to happen. But if Jill were to say right now, I'm done, I quit, I'm going to take what I got, collect my check, get my fashion fix, and I'm not leading a team anymore, I would take everything out of her units, put them into mine, transfer you all over there because I'm not going anywhere. And I mean that with everything I have. Jill's not going anywhere. But I'm just saying, if you build it, it will come. Maybe it'll take 6 months. Maybe it'll take a year. I don't care how long it takes. I will keep building. I will keep working. And I will show the world that God is good and Paparazzi is good and I am awesome. So that's my training, guys. Oh, I know you would never leave, Jill. I'm just saying. I could throw that out there because I know you ain't going nowhere. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. I write notes, but I'm not really good with notes. Like, I just have to go from the heart. Aw, I love you, Lana. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody has any questions, but that came from my heart. That's really, it's been on my mind. It was going to be my team training yesterday in my team because I train every Tuesday, and then when Joe asked me to do this on Monday, I just said I would do it for everybody. Thank you. I love you guys too. Share your progress and what you've done on the past month. Okay, so this past month, the last month or so has been kind of difficult for me, a little bit. I went from working 80 some hours a week to working 30 hours a week, and my paycheck dropped from almost $900 a week to less than $300 a week, and I went into Panicville. But I said, nope, I got this. And so I've worked harder, and I've slung my bling, and you know, maybe I had to, you know, just get the pedicure or the manicure instead of the mani and the pedi. But I've been able to keep up going with my bills, and I have made the decision through a lot of prayer that come December 31st, I am quitting my job, and I will be a full-time paparazzi consultant. And Saturday I had my first event, and it was I was really bad with getting hostess parties, and I went and asked Jill to recommend a couple of people to me to be accountability partners, and I became an accountability partner with Emmy, and she challenged me to do hostess parties, and so I watched Christina's training, and so I have a pumpkin patch back there, and I have hostess parties now for the rest of this month, starting Friday, and I've already got one for December. And I had an event on Saturday, and I sold almost 100. I sold 145 pieces of jewelry. I have two potentials, and I have I added 5 or 6 different people to Facebook. My goal has been, and I know Jill preaches all the time, don't look at the little eyeball with the viewers up there, but my customers know, like, the highest we'd ever got to was 18, and Christina, you're funny. The highest that the little eyeball had gotten to was 18, and we all watch it. Like, I mean, we do. I'm sorry, Joe, but we do. And the other day, I had my event on Saturday, and I went live on Monday, and we're going, and I've got new customers. I've got people that came to the event. All of a sudden, I look up, and it says 19, and I'm like, uh-oh, and then it said 20, and then my customer started typing in 20, and then it went to 21, and we all did the happy dance. And yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. Include your customers, because they will support you. They invite people. They do everything they can to help you reach your goal. So yeah, and Saturday proved to me, because I'd made the decision through a lot of prayer to go ahead and quit my job on the 31st of December. And I was just like, Lord, are you sure? And when I went to my event on Saturday and I sold 145 pieces of jewelry, I said, I got this. I got this. Because if I'm home more, then I'm going to be able to sell more. And let me tell you, I have a plan. I've heard in several trainings, Jill has said it, Natalie has said it, and so many others have said it. A dream without a plan is nothing but a wish. And I have the plan. I'm already checking out the flea markets. I've already, my plan is I'm going to the flea markets in the morning. I'm going to be posting a speed shopping video while I'm already at the flea market, and then I'm going live that night. I got this. I'm going to be okay. And the only reason I was in the hospital last month, the only reason I didn't sling bling while I was in the hospital was because no visitors allowed. Nobody could bring me my jewelry. Good night, Lana. So, I don't know, like, I don't see any questions. Excuse me while I go build it. You are funny. Petties are important. Yes, the petty comes this weekend. I just didn't have time before the event to get both the mani and the petty. Because as soon as I walked in, the lady was like, no petty today? And I'm like, no, next week. So, all right. So, I don't know if anybody had any questions, but that was basically all I had for tonight. And then, you know, do the challenge, reach out to those people, you know, even if they don't, you know, like set up your Q&A and just invite them to the Q&A, you know, plant the seed. Even if you don't go out there and say, hey, I think you'd be great or whatever, just, you know, hey, I'm having a Q&A and I'd really like you to come and support me. And if you know anybody who's looking for something like this, you know, invite them to and share it out for me. And I would really appreciate it. Plant that seed. And then they would, I should say, LOL, right? Um, yeah, I've never really done speed shopping videos, but I'm going to. I am bound and determined to build it. Because I am bound and determined that come January 1st, I am going to be in June, July, and August bills will be paid. I will be in a rented car, and I will be driving to Cali. I will have a play date with Jill. I will have a play date with Jen, and then I'm going to have a play date with my friend in Vegas, and then I'm going to convention. That is my plan for next July. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as my granddaddy always said. All right, guys. Well, I think I have taken up enough of your time. I love you, and I will be talking with you tomorrow. And I'm not sure if on the Friday checkup if it's supposed to be alive or what, but I'm sure I might pop in again. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for your support. Have a great night.